We got a lot to talk about because I'm scared, I'd say, at this point.
What do you mean?
It's very daunting, in that it hasn't gone well for me. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another video here on the Jaime channel, and today's video is not a very fun one to make for me. It's been one that I've been avoiding for the last couple months, but it's a necessary one. And today we're going to talk about Ultimate Sweat. So to give some background to people that are new to the channel, last year my brother Matt Staples and I embarked on a journey. We made a bet against our friend Bill Perkins that we could get to within 1 pound of each other within a year. And to start, I was at 304 pounds, very obese, had a lot of issues with food, and my brother Matt was 135 pounds. So that's 169 pounds apart, and we needed to be within 1 pound. Most of you guys that are on this channel and followed along last year know that we completed that goal, which I think is the greatest achievement of my life so far. It was an incredible journey where we got to within 1 pound. We were actually right on the nose, within 0.1 of a pound. And we won. We won the $150,000. Bill unfortunately didn't win the $3,000, and that was the end of that journey. Taking us towards this year, we had Ultimate Sweat 2. We have Ultimate Sweat 2. And the goal of Ultimate Sweat 2 was, can Matt and I get to under 10% body fat within a year? March 26th is the deadline. It has to be under 10% on a DEXA scan, which basically takes your body composition, measures how much fat, how much bone, how much muscle in your body, and other stuff. Like organs don't count. So the discussion came up for that bet about a month following the last bet, and Matt and I decided to book this one. We weren't able to get as good of odds as the first bet. We were risking $50,000 to win $150,000, so 3-to-1 odds. And we're not in a very good place right now. We have 5 months left to accomplish the bet, and I am definitely a lot less healthy than I was at the end of the bet, with not very much time to complete our goal.
Realistically, from right now, for you to be 9.9% body fat on March 25th of 2019, I think is like 100-to-1.
Yeah. So to give you guys a bit of background on what has been happening the last 7 months, is when the bet ended, my videographer, my previous one, Chris, went home, and within about a week of the bet, I had put on 15 pounds, and that was very normal. Talking to Mike, our trainer, Mike Vacanti, throughout this whole process, he explained that you're at a very depressed weight. There's like a range that everyone can be in. You're at the bottom of your range right now. Almost no carbs, sort of dehydrated. So by the end of Reno, where this took place, I was up to like 208 or something like that. And then following that, I moved to Victoria with my girlfriend, Rebecca. And something that I don't like about myself, and I've wanted to fix, is I smoke. I've been an off and on smoker since I was 19 years old. And it's something that I started again. I got back on about halfway through the last bet to help cope with stress and the difficulty of what we were taking on. So I was smoking, and I wanted to quit smoking. So I did that for about 2 months, and I was successful for those 2 months, but I put on 25 pounds during that process because I didn't have that crutch to lean on anymore to help me lose the weight or to help me deal with the stresses of life. So it sort of shifted back towards what I had just gotten rid of.
To be sub 10%, like I'd be shocked if you could get sub 10% at over 150 pounds. So it would be like lose a lot of weight in a 12 to 16 week window.
So at the end of those 2 months, I had put on 42 pounds in 2.5 months from the end of the bet. Some of that natural and expected, but some of it not. And I had failed. And so that hit me. But I was back smoking. I was like, okay, this is not a positive thing, but it's something I can live with for now, and I can hopefully just accomplish my fitness goals and win this bet. And then life took another turn for me in that I struggled with anxiety for the first time. Not anxiety like I have too much to do, but anxiety like I can't handle the world. I don't feel okay, and there's no reason for that. And I think speaking with a counselor that I hired since then, I think my failures and bouncing back from such a high point in my life contributed to this bounce back of having a lot of pushback mentally.
I completely understand from a mental point of view and from like a stress, anxiety, like life, just because of kind of the sacrifices you'd have to make it happen, and the additional life burden compared to what you've been doing recently that you would just be taking on your shoulders overnight.
That was something I struggled with. I couldn't even be in public spaces sometimes, and that I would feel overwhelmed, and that's something I've never experienced in my life. And on top of that, I ended up being ill about 30 days of the 90 days following, physically ill, where I was stuck in bed, not doing any exercise and eating. So I had a failure with smoking. I felt mentally unstable for the first time in my life, and physically I had this pushback against my body where I wasn't able to stay healthy. But it's not all doom and gloom in that since basically EPT Barcelona, the end of August, mentally I feel very strong and happy. I haven't had any issues with anxiety since that time. Very optimistic about life. I am still smoking, but I'm in a much better place and feel kind of like myself. I would say healthier than I've been since the bet ended, at least how I feel, not physically.
Now, I think going for it is good for you.
Yeah.
Because you still want to be healthy.
Of course.
And you still want to finish on a good note, right? So I don't think, I still think doing the bet has merit.
So I have this sense that through this process, I'm not just letting myself down. And if it was just letting myself down, it's something that I would feel okay about, because I think people have successes and failures and it's all towards growth. But this is a situation where I'm letting my brother down. Yeah, and I also have a lot of pressure where it's just like there's the weight of the world and people watching, but then it's also like I'm not fighting for my own money here, I'm fighting for his money too, which is like, yeah.
More than double pressure.
Like in terms of the money, what are your thoughts on that? Like, are you pissed about it? Do you worry about it? Like,
No, it's what I signed up for. We made a bet.
Yeah.
But, bet's a bet. That's all it is.
And he's at around 15% body fat right now. He can certainly obtain the goal, but he's going to be on the hook to pay half of this bet, having done the work and not had the reward. And not only Matt, but the community. Those of you that rooted me on last year, or rooted against me, but showed me that I could do something amazing, and I still want to be that person that can be an inspiration to people and show them that if you work hard, you can accomplish something. And I've been failing. So that's an awful feeling. That hurts. It's not who I want to be. So I'm sorry for letting those people down. Not that it's over, but it doesn't look good. I don't know where I am, so I'm kind of in no man's land in terms of what I need to do to get there. Like how possible is it? So where are we at now? I don't have the figures for you. I've kind of been avoiding the subject in that I feel as if our chances are very slim. If I had to guess, I would say I'm about 245 pounds, and to get where I need to get to, we're going to need to weigh in at probably 155 pounds. So that's an extreme amount of weight, and that's 5 months away from right now.
We know the range you're in right now, and it's like regardless of whether the high end of the range or the low end of the range, it's very difficult from here.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's physiologically impossible.
So the odds at this point, based on people that are more knowledgeable than me, look to be 100 to 1 odds. But there's a chance there. There's 1%. And maybe it can happen. I know that I can try my best to make it happen. So the game plan going forward is something we're going to be developing, and you guys can stay tuned for future videos as I continue to try and lose weight, get in the best shape of my life, and come up with a plan that's going to give us the best shot to accomplish this. I'm not sure if it's possible, but we're going to try and do it. And no matter what, even if we fail and we have to pay the money, I have to pay the money and Matt has to pay the money, even if that's the case, I'm going to strive to be healthier than I've ever been before. And I know it can get to that point where even if we don't get to 10%, maybe we get to 18%, I'll be better off than I've been since probably grade 9 in high school. So that's the situation. We're a long way away, but there might be a chance, and we're going to try.